Hello. Today we're going to explore some of the findings in this year's Open Source Security and Risk Analysis Report. This year's data reveals a pivotal moment, a point at which AI has changed how software is built fundamentally. The pace at which code is being created now exceeds the speed at which we can secure it. Let's explore what this means for your organization. First, let's talk about the scale of the problem. The average code base now contains over 84,000 files. That's more than quadrupled in just 5 years, and it's up over 35% in just 1 year. This explosion in complexity isn't just about size, it creates serious security and maintenance blind spots for your organization. And those blind spots are showing up in the number of vulnerabilities in each code base. The mean number of open source vulnerabilities per code base has now reached 581 vulnerabilities, more than doubled from last year. And that's not a minor uptick. It's a fundamental shift in the threat landscape that organizations face today. AI-assisted development has fundamentally altered the threat landscape for organizations. While these AI-assisted development tools have widespread adoption across development teams, there's an additional new concern that has come to light. This is known as shadow AI. 76% of the organizations that actually prohibit the use of AI-assisted development in their business have reported that it's being used anyway against policies. This represents a huge blind spot, as these businesses can't manage what you don't know about. And AI and security are not the only concern. License conflicts have surged to the highest levels in OSSRA history. In fact, 2/3 of the code bases that we reviewed now contain license conflicts. This represents huge legal and compliance risks for many organizations. And here's another critical finding. 9 out of 10 of all code bases that we looked at this year contained components that were significantly out of date, had been abandoned by maintainers, or running versions that are years behind the current versions. This isn't just a maintenance issue, it's a security time bomb. These components are prime targets for attackers who know that they haven't yet been patched. In fact, 65% of the organizations that we talked to this year actually reported that they had experienced a software supply chain attack in the past 12 months. And all of this is happening as mounting regulations like the EU Cyber Resilience Act are shifting the industry towards mandatory compliance. Organizations now need to demonstrate compliance, but also provide real-time SBOMs that not only provide open source visibility into every component, but also include the origin, training data, and licensing of every AI model that they're integrating into their code bases. This is just a snapshot of the critical insights from our annual comprehensive report about open source security and risk. For a more detailed breakdown of the data, as well as actionable recommendations and strategies to help your team address these challenges, you can download the full report at blackduck.com.